guys, we're back again with our live. Welcome to Pathway to Us Multi-Streaming. Okay, so my name is Juvaina, your host for today. And I have here our educational agent and one of our migration agent here with Pathway to Us. Okay, I wanted to introduce to you Carlo as our education agent and also Glam as our migration agent. Okay, so let's proceed first with Carlo, our educational agent. I'm giving you the floor now, Carlo.
Hi guys. I hope you can hear me well with my old earphones. But my name is Carlo. I'm one of the education counselors for Pathway to Oz. I've been with a company for a few years now, but I've been in the industry I think from way back 2018, and I've helped quite a few number of students already with their dreams to go to Australia. That's it for me, JB.
Okay, so Carlo, we will be highlighting some questions
Mm-hmm.
and you will be answering that question. By the way, I just
Okay.
wanted you to talk about highlights of studying in Australia first. I wanted you to share the experiences of your students.
So most of my students come from the Philippines and some of them come from Southeast Asia. And one of the highlights that they get or that I receive from these students is that they get a training that is more suited for them to be employed, to be skilled, compared to the training that they get from their home countries. And with those kind of training, they are then eligible to apply for a much better visa or a much more permanent visa afterwards, and also give a much better life for their family at home, and maybe if they have partners with them. So in general, they get better training, better skills when they study in Australia compared to their
Yeah, true.
theoretical classes back at home.
Yeah. So currently we have 12 viewers out there. By the way, guys, I'm a student of Pathway to Us as well before me working here. So what we are sharing with you guys is a 100%, experience. So I'm also from student visa and currently on my graduate visa and working with Pathway to Us. So what I can tell you guys about is that being an international student is like a work life balance that we really are looking for. You work, but it's just like, because under vocational, I work before 48 hours per fortnight, but still, guys, you're working at the same time you're studying. Because in our country, in the Philippines, it's so hard to work while studying. So here in Australia, you work and you study. So yeah, I just wanted to share with them as well. So we have currently 16 viewers out there. Okay, so now Carlo, we are showcasing some questions. The three questions I'm telling you a while ago. So can we please proceed with the question number one? Okay, can you
Can
bring yeah, can you bring
yeah.
a dependent? This is a common
You,
question. Yeah.
yeah, it's a very common question for student visa applicants. Yeah, you can bring a dependent. If you're married, we're gonna use your marriage certificate. Some dependents are de factos, those living together for at least 12 months. But you can also bring your children if you want to. So when you bring dependents, there are costs included with that one. So it's much more expensive if you bring your partner plus your child or a couple of children with you. Our suggestion, though, is if you're going to bring your dependent, maybe focus on your visa application first. Get your student visa granted. Then afterwards, we can do a subsequent dependent visa. Might save you a bit for costs, and it will also give you a much better visa approval rate. So you will expect some delays for your dependents or for your partner to join you into Australia. But at least you get your visa granted and also your dependents visa granted.
Thank you so much, Carla, for that wonderful question. By the way, those 16 viewers, feel free to drop your question in our comment section so that we will be having a Q&A session later. Okay, question number two. Okay, how much show money is needed for a student visa application?
Okay, for show money, it depends on what kind of program you are going into. So for a vocational program, you are looking at around 40 to 45,000 Australian dollars for the show money. And for higher ed, it actually starts around maybe 60,000 Australian dollars. Higher ed are those courses for bachelor's, graduate diploma, graduate certificate, and master's. Your show money is dependent on the tuition fee that you are going to pay for the school. Your show money also will include, well, your show money includes 1 year's tuition, your expenses, your flight to Australia, sometimes your insurance. So it's really dependent on your tuition fee. So that's the basic ballpark figure that I can give for either a vocational or a higher education program for the show money.
Okay, thank you so much. So I think those viewers out there are now trying to send some comments. Please bear with us, okay? Just stay there, stay tuned, watch our live, and then we will answer your question later, guys. And take note, we have a mini game after this, and you might win a free migration consultation with Pathway to Us. Imagine, guys, that's $220. $220, and you might get a chance to win a free migration consultation with Pathway to Us. Okay, let's proceed to number three. Okay, what is the current situation now with student visa? Any highlight, Carlo?
So for the student visas for higher ed, a master's, bachelor's, we do get a good visa grant rate for them. I think for since last year, I only had one refusal, and the
Mhm.
rest were approvals. If you look into the vocational now, so it's kind of a bit of a downer.
Mhm.
There are quite a few number of refusals right now, but it's always yearly. So we are expecting that at around this time. So with Pathway to Us, we have made some steps on how to prevent further refusals for our students. But I think now it's May now, so we are looking at much better visa approval rates for vocational and of course the masters. I actually had an approval this week, so it's looking good. It's coming to become a good season now for the student visa applications.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much,
Thank
Carlo,
you.
with that wonderful question. So we have 22 viewers out there currently, guys. So, to those out there watching us, those 22 viewers, feel free to comment down below your questions. If you have questions with regards to courses, like we are going to explain further, but because we have here the education and migration, that they will help you analyze your situation. So, feel free to comment down below, guys. Don't miss this chance so that you will have some clarification with you. Okay, so now thank you so much, Carla, for having the floor. And now we are proceeding with Mr. Grant, our migration agent with Pathway to Us. I'm giving you the floor.
JV, thank you. Thank you for the introduction and hello to all of our viewers live out there today. Lovely to meet you all virtually. My name is Grant Colbron, Senior Registered Migration Agent here at Pathway to Oz. I've been in the industry probably longer than many of our viewers have been alive. I've been in the migration industry since 1994. That's when I started working for the Department of Immigration. I then worked up to senior executive levels and was then subsequently posted as an Australian diplomat to various posts in Southeast Asia. And I resigned from government service and became a registered migration agent way back in 2012. So, yeah, 32 years in total. I love the industry. It's fresh. There's always things happening. I'm sure all of our viewers have seen and heard that changes occur regularly, they occur quickly. So it really is a good industry to be in. So thank you for the kind invitation, and I look forward to our questions as we go along.
Okay, Grant. As I told you, we're gonna have another 3 questions, and then you will answer that as well, and then explain to our viewers out there. Currently, we have 31 to 28 viewers out there. Okay, so we will now have the question number 1.
Okay, so occupations that have a high chance of PR. Well, if you're looking at the statistics from the recent invitation rounds, I'd say to you loud and clear, construction trades, anything to do with building a house has huge demand. Bricklayers, carpenters, wall and floor tilers, plasterers, huge demand. Obviously also in Australia, we have ongoing needs in medical, in engineering, nursing. We have an aging population in Australia, so carer occupations are also one that have got very high chances. But definitely construction, definitely medical, and those carer-based occupations as well. Very strong demand. And teaching, sorry, I should also throw in there teaching, particularly early childhood.
Nice. Thank you so much for that wonderful answer, Grant. Actually, I've heard a lot of Filipinos, Carlo, that's also like what do you call it, interested in childcares, right? Because we have a lot of educator in the Philippines who wanted to go abroad and work abroad. But yeah, thank you so much for that. And guys, 31 viewers currently, feel free to comment down below so that we will have your answers. And then, please be there because we will be having our mini games later. Just stay tuned. Okay, let's go to the next question. Number 2.
Okay, do I have to move to a regional location? Great question. We get asked this a lot. The simple answer is it's going to depend on your individual circumstances. There are some occupations whereby you only have demand in regional locations, but equally you've got a lot of occupations that have demand across all locations. What I say to clients when this question is posed is the more flexible you are with your location, the more opportunities you're going to have. If you're saying that you want to migrate to Australia, but you only want to go to Sydney, then you'll only have a certain scope of options. But if you're open to any location in Australia, and in particular coming to this question, if you're open to regional locations in Australia, then you're going to have more visa options and more opportunities for permanent residency.
Nice. Thank you so much with that wonderful answer, Grant. And now we're proceeding to question number 3. Is there an age limit for employer-sponsored visa?
In a temporary visa sense, so the visa subclass 482, no, there is not. There is not an age limit. However, once you start getting into the permanent visa space, then there are age limits in certain categories. But what I want to highlight to our viewers out there is there are options. I mean, most people have heard that once you hit 45, you've got no options for skilled employers sponsored. That is not correct. There are options out there, particularly those that are open to being nominated under what's called a DARMA agreement, which is a negotiated labour agreement in certain regional areas of Australia. There's also flexibility for those that meet what's called the high income threshold. And also medical practitioners have specific exemptions based on their location as well. So it's a complicated answer to what seems like a simple question. What I'd say to you is, in all circumstances, drop us a line, speak to us. We will find out about your individual circumstances and then advise on what options that you do have, regardless of your age.
Yes, guys, as Grant told you, if you want to book a consultation with him as well and with our agents here in Pathway to Us, you can visit our website, pathwaytous.com, and book a consult with one of our migration agents. And also, if you wanted to start your student visa, this live also has the link that you can fill up so that one of our agents will get in touch with you after this. Okay, guys, we have 43 viewers out there currently. So they are watching us and they're very, very much interested in migrating and studying here in Australia. 100%. I know. So now we are collecting some questions. Guys, stay there because we are having our mini game. And here is the instruction. Okay, as I told you guys, you're gonna win you're gonna win a free migration consultation with Pathway to Us that costs $220. Imagine you winning a migration consultation with us, and then you will have your clarification with your current status, your next visas, and things like that. So please be there, and feel free to comment your question because we're gonna go through all the questions that you were dropping in the comments section, and then we will highlight and we will answer that question. Okay, guys. So now let's go with our mini games. Okay. Are you there? Okay, guys. You can share this live as well with your families and friends so that they will know about Pathway to Us. And guys, with the requirements with this mini game, please make sure to put the PTA. Okay, don't forget to put the PTA plus the answer. Okay, are you excited? Okay, let me just check first if we hit 30 viewers now, because we have 27, and then we will start the game. Okay, now I'm trying to scroll down some questions that we have. Okay, we have 31 now. So I'm gonna start the play. Marian, are you ready? In 3. Okay, guys. In 3, 2, 1. Showcase the question. Keyboard warrior out there. So this is the question. What is the national animal of Australia? The first commenter will be the winner. Make sure to put the PTA plus your answer. So we have 45 viewers out there. Let's go, guys. Comment down below your answer. 1, 2. Okay, let's go, keyboard warriors. What is the national animal of Australia? I think we have a winner. Okay, so the first commenter only said kangaroo, but I told you a while ago that the answer should be PTA plus the answer. So what we have here is, I'm gonna show it. Nix Castro. Okay, Nix Castro, make sure to do a screenshot. Congratulations. Okay. Let's do a screenshot because I'm gonna send you an email later or message you here. Okay, make sure to do your screenshot and send me an email. Thank you so much. Oh, we have a lot of comments. I think we currently have 40 plus viewers. in YouTube, LinkedIn, and Instagram, I guess. Okay, okay. Yay! Yes, exciting. Okay, guys. Sorry, I'm so hyper. Okay, hold on. Okay, Nick, we're gonna chat with you later. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you, thank you. Okay, guys, let's proceed with the Q&A now. We have the list of questions here, which we are going to highlight, and the migration agent and our educational agent will share advice to you guys. Okay? Okay, so let's proceed with the questions. Okay, I have here number one questions. It's actually from Nix. She's been here from the start that we did the live. So she really deserved to be a winner. Okay, guys. Okay. Let me unhighlight. Okay. So this is the question number one. Next question. Is it easier to bring a partner with de facto or do it after marriage? Carla, on the floor.
So if you get married and then maybe a few months after you apply for a de facto, we are still going to use more of your de facto documents rather than focusing on using your marriage certificate. We require at least 12 months that you are married before you apply for a de facto if you want to use your marriage certificate. So your question is if it's easier. Well, if you are married for at least 12 months, it will be easier because you have less documents to provide to show that you are in a relationship. Usually we focus on your marriage certificate, but if you are applying earlier, before 12 months, or maybe you're not married yet, we are going to require a lot of stuff from you just to prove that number one, you are in a relationship, and number two, that you are living together. Okay, so basically it has to do with providing a lot of documents and trying to prove your relationship.
So they really still need to justify the relationship as well.
Yes, they need to justify their relationship. It will be easier if they are married after 12 months. Or, sorry, if they are married for 12 months.
Okay, thank you so much, Carla. And now we are proceeding to the second question. Okay, from Gerson Jr. I don't know if you're still there watching, but we are going. It's from YouTube. Nice. Okay, so this is his question. How about students over 35 years old not able to apply for 485? Is there still hope for PR, community service area? I think you can also share knowledge to both of you guys. Carla first.
Might be good for Grant to
Yeah.
to take this one. Yeah. So
Yes,
it's more
because
recommendation.
there's PR pathway thingy. Better for that.
Yeah. Let me jump in on this. Thank you for the question. And look, this is something to educate everyone out there. You know, there were changes that were brought in last year with regards to age limits on the 485 visa, and they were an immediate change. So, look, the answer to your question is yes, there are options. As with everything, it really is going to be a case by case based on circumstances. But what we're seeing a lot now, and what we're doing a lot with our client base, those that aren't eligible for the 485, we're looking at the training visa, the subclass 407, in a lot of circumstances. Again, it depends on having a structured, individualized training program, and an employer who's willing to sponsor that. Depending on the client and what course of study they've actually completed, if they're eligible to go straight into employer-sponsored visas, 482. But again, obviously that's going to revolve around having an employer who's willing to sponsor you, and it's also going to rely upon your background in terms of how much relevant work experience you have in the field. So it is a case-by-case answer. But in short, yes, there are options, the subclass 407 being the one that's used frequently, and also the subclass 482 if the person has previous work experience.
I see. Thank you so much, Grant, for clarifying this question. And now we're proceeding to Hope Gerson. I'm not quite sure if you're still there and watching us. Hope we clarified that concern of yours. Okay. Thank you so much. And now we are having another question. So it says undergraduate electrical engineering possible to apply working students 10 years industrial electrician. I think he was like this question is connected to studying and pathway to PR thingy about electrician. So Carlo, do you want to do the answer first and then we'll proceed with Grant after? You're on mute. You're on mute.
Sorry. Yep, sorry, I am on mute. So thanks for the question. So there are courses for electrotechnology. So that's the electrician one. If you are 10 years as an industrial electrician, I would suggest looking at a much higher program than the vocational ones. It's just for the visa approval rate. You are an undergrad. We are going to again look into your age first and maybe look into applying for a bachelor's degree. So you well, it's still possible. Comes with age, and if you look into higher ed, that should be yeah, that should be what we can do for you. I think Grant has something for this one.
Yeah, look, Carlo, I would echo what you've said, the advice that you've given, which is around the progression of your education rather than taking a backward step in your education. It's something that will be very closely looked at. And the gentleman who's asked the question here says that he has an undergraduate degree in engineering. So what the department's going to be looking at is that you're progressing that education rather than, say, dropping back to a vocational level study. So it is something that will be taken into consideration in that student visa application. The other thing that you could look at, obviously, here, if you already hold an undergraduate degree, 10 years of experience as an industrial electrician, you could well and truly have a chat to us about skilled migration. I mean, depending on factors such as age and English and how that equates in the points test, you've already got very solid work experience and a degree in an occupation that is very much in demand. So happy to talk to you down the line about general skilled migration options.
I think Tisan is a Filipino. And usually, Grant, in the Philippines, there is course, that vocational course as well, like 2 years electrician, because I have a family's like doing that as well. Like, and then, so, oh yeah, he has 10 years industrial. And I think we have a recent grant. We're gonna post it sooner in our TikTok, guys. So, like, wait for it. It's about electrician who got his permanent residency, 189. And I remember again the one that you told me, what do you call it? What are the numbers? The one your trivia get grant. So the PR code.
Yeah, number 100 is a permanent visa. Anything that starts with the number 1 or onshore the number 8, they're permanent visas.
Yeah, because I asked him a while ago, guys. Like, I'm just sharing it to you. Like, I asked him, is 189 a permanent resident? And then he said, yeah, so this and that. So that's his trivia, guys. Take note. Okay, we are going to our next question. Sorry, I'm so talkative, guys. Please bear with me. Okay, next question is that from Nix as well. Which is better approval? My partner has a bachelor degree in IT. He is 31 years old. Work experience revolves as a team leader for a BPO company for 5 years. 5 years now. On the other hand, I am 25 years old, undergraduate of education. I did one SEM. My background revolves around being a customer service rep for the past 7 years. Okay, so I think I don't know, but I think we should answer with education first or migration first with this
I, I,
experience.
think, I think to be fair, JV, this is my one to answer.
Yeah,
um,
sorry.
so, Nix, again, thank you for the question. And look, I do often shy away from answering such personal questions in an online forum because you've shared a lot of information there. So what I'm going to say to you is based on what has been presented here as information, it's very clear that your partner is the stronger applicant under a general skill migration application. And the reason for that is relevant qualification and multiple years of work experience backing up that qualification. So when it comes to the points test, there's multiple factors in the points test. Age, English, qualifications, relevant work experience are the four big ones. Then there's other factors such as partner points, credential, community, language, etc. But the nuts and bolts of it is if somebody has a relevant degree and relevant work experience, that's going to be the stronger primary applicant. When you say that it's in IT, again, IT can extrapolate out to around about 15 different occupations. So we'd have to look at specifically where that sits, and then obviously start with the very first part of the process, which is getting the skills assessment done through the Australian Computing Society or ACS. But to answer your question, your partner would be the stronger of the two applicants, and we'd all have to begin with getting the skills assessment done and then moving into expression of interest and subsequently visa.
So to sum it up, Grant, it should be specific, right? The job experience based with the bachelor he has. Okay.
Well, it's not just the work experience; it's also the degree. So, ACS or the Australian Computing Society are going to look at specifically what the bachelor degree entailed, what subjects were actually studied to obtain the bachelor degree, and the ICT component of those subjects. That's the first thing that ACS are going to look at, and then look at the relevant work experience.
Yeah. Because Grant, in the Philippines, like we study the course and we study everything in that course. Like, you know.
Yeah, and look, the Philippines is not unique in that space. Okay, there's, I mean, I've helped people from all around the world, and quite often you'll see someone who's done an IT degree, which, by virtue of which country they're from, all of their courses have a component of religious studies, for example. So what ACS are going to look at is how much of the studied course was purely IT content. And then they will make that comparison to that IT degree in Australia, and then determine how much work experience might need to be taken to compensate for the IT content in a degree. So they'll make their assessment on if it's a full IT degree, if it's a major in IT, a minor in IT, or no IT content, and then they'll take years of work experience to compensate for that. That's how ACS operate.
Okay, Grant, thank you so much for answering that questions. I know it's so long, like you need to explain in detail. But yeah, we are moving to the next question. Okay, from Alish. Alish, I don't know if you're there, but hi, we are answering your question. I already have experience in brick and stone restoration work in Canada. and I'm interested in continuing in the skilled trades field. For international students in bricklaying course, do graduates usually get opportunities to move into skilled trade roles or mainly labor helpers position after graduation? I think we can also share from student visa thing, education to migration. Um, Carla, wanna start?
So yep. So if you so just to give a quick background of where I came from a construction college, so I do have a bit info about this. So since you have experience, if you want to do or if you want to do a if you want to do a course for the certificate three bricklaying, first thing though is we're gonna maybe add in. Oh, sorry, I was on mute. So if you want to do a course for the certificate in bricklaying, we have to look at your background, maybe age. But if we're going to continue with that one, you might want to also add in maybe a diploma within construction management, just to get your visa grant rates, your continuity planned out for you. But for your questions, um, if you graduate, let's say for example, oh, so we go back. So if you study the bricklaying program, you are going to apply for a white card on your, I think, on your first week or first month. So that will enable you to work in the construction industry. Um, so with that, usually the school will help you out with your work placement. So during your studies, you are already kind of working in the construction industry. Depends on what kind of role you're gonna do, but it's gonna be a helper or a laborer first. Then after you get your qualification, then you do your apprenticeship, then you do your skills assessment. Then once you pass all of those, then you are going to be a skilled worker or a skilled trades worker for that matter, or a bricklayer. And after you complete the student visa, then you proceed with your 485 or your postgraduate visa. So, to summarize, if in your student visa stage, while you are on a student visa or while you are a student, you can work as a helper or as a laborer. After you complete the program, you are still gonna work that, or you're still gonna be a helper, but you are on your way to becoming a skilled trades worker or a bricklayer after you complete your skills assessment and after you have gained sufficient full-time work experience.
Nice. Thank you so much, Carlo. And Alish, I heard as well that regarding with bricklaying thingy last time, we have a content actually about that. That they are also one of like getting high pay, something like that. I don't know, but you can check our TikTok pathway to us. We have a lot of tips, videos, and things there that you can also learn. You know, with just viewing. We also have our blogs actually. With our website, guys, we have blogs where you can check some grantees that we have. They studied bricklaying, they studied carpentry, they studied what do you call this? Solid plastering. Is that how you pronounce it? Yeah, solid
Yep.
plastering. Even what do you call it? Wall and floor tiling. I remember
Really?
that. Yeah, yeah, that one. Because
Yeah.
it's very common in the Philippines, like those type of jobs, right, Carlo?
Yeah.
We have a
Mhm.
lot of carpenters and things in the Philippines, but yeah, okay. Because I think
Can I just jump in on something there, JV, if I could? And again, this is to cement a lot of what Carlo has said. Bricklaying is one of the most highly sought after occupations in Australia. I said it earlier in my introduction. Anything to do with building a house has huge demand. When we talk about the points test, how the minimum points requirement is 65, but in many occupations you need more than that. Let me tell you, in the last invitation round, the occupations that were invited at 65 points included bricklaying, carpentry, wall and floor tiling, painting, glaziers, huge demand. So if you're If you're interested in pursuing bricklaying and that trade pathway in Australia, you have fantastic demand and fantastic visa opportunity.
See, I told you guys, that's why you should watch our multi-streaming live, because you will learn a lot. We have the education and the migration. It's not just the education, because a lot of people saying that pathway to us is just this. But see, guys, I told you. That's why we have our migration and education. We are your one-stop shop. Okay. All right. Let's proceed with the next question. From Ted for Ted Dermba. Okay. Currently working on my grad visa and will include my spouse. She has a tourist visa and visit quarterly. My studies end in June. When should she be on shore so we can lodge the visa application? Student graduate.
So, yeah, so I'll jump in on this. I mean, as you know, the way that the process works, if you're inside of Australia at time of application, it then entitles you to a bridging visa, which will keep you lawful until the decision's made. So your question about when should she be in Australia, well, really it just depends on what arrangements you make. If your studies are due to end in June of this year, I mean, that's not far away. When your wife, I'm assuming she has a tourist visa that allows for 3 months stay on entry, like most tourist visas do. So long as she's in Australia, doesn't matter if it's for a day or a week or a month, so long as she's in Australia at the time that you validly lodge the 485 visa, then that's fine. She can arrive anytime, so long as she's lawful at time of lodgement of the 485, and then we'll get a bridging visa until it's decided.
Nice. Thank you so much, Grant, for answering that question. Okay, we are moving to the next question. It's from Akil. Hi, question about TR Regional Extension. TR Regional. TR. Okay, Grant, I think. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, what you're talking about is temporary residence. You're in a regional area, so I'd need to know exactly what sort of visa you're on, because you could be on a 482, it could be a 491 or a 494 or anything else. So if you could please either drop in a comment about what visa you're on, and then I can speak a bit more specifically to that, or otherwise send in an email or a consultation request afterwards.
All right. Thank you so much. Okay, now I'm trying to scroll our questions from here because sometimes it. Okay, there's another question from Alish, guys. And it says, I already have. No, not this one. Okay. Okay, here you go. From Robert J. If I were to select to study in graduate diploma in management, what are some of the simple jobs I will find after the completion of my study? Anyone, guys? This question is confusing. It's very small, and then you can.
Yeah. What I would say, without knowing all of your background, because that's really what we need to know here, is, graduate diploma in management is quite generic. So we'd need to know what your full skill set is and your full background is to look at what occupation that may lead into. But in terms of your actual question, it really, none of the jobs that you want from a visa perspective are simple. Okay, they're all skilled. That's the whole nature of the Australian visa program, is that people are sponsored or apply independently into skilled occupations. So it wouldn't be a generic management position. It might be, depending on your background, it might be in construction management, for example. It might be in sales, marketing management. I mean, it really depends on your background, but it's always going to be into a skilled occupation. It's not going to be into a generic occupation. I hope that helps give some clarity to your question there.
All right, thank you so much, Grant. Guys, you know what? I saw a comment saying scam. Kasha from Lyc. Oh my god, guys, we are 100% legit. You see us a lot in TikTok, you see us a lot in Facebook, YouTube, everywhere. Papa Tos have helped a lot of migrant students coming here in Australia. And me myself is a proof as well. So guys, Papa Tos has never been a scam. I'm telling you guys, we are not scam. Because you know, guys, even with my TikTok, like if I'm doing content, there's a lot of comments saying that we are a scammer. Maybe because like we are very trending or we are all over the internet, you know. Okay, I just wanted to clarify this thing. And now we proceed with another question. Let me check. Okay, guys. Okay. Wow. Oh, I have a question here. It's a bit tricky one, Grant. Okay. Hi, I'm 49. Can I still get PR?
Great question. Yes. But again, it's going, and this is something that I did touch on earlier with an earlier question. It all comes down to which program, which path you're pursuing for your permanent residence. So let's say, for example, if you're talking about partner visas, well, there's absolutely no age limitation on a partner visa. If you're talking about skilled, it's all going to depend on what your occupation, what your circumstances are. So if you, in terms of things like general skilled migration, like the 189, the 190, the 491 visa, yes, there is a hard cutoff date of 45. But as I mentioned in an earlier question, if you're open to things such as Dharma agreements, which is a negotiated labour agreement in certain locations of Australia, well, they have negotiated age exemptions, and you can look up to the age of 55 for sponsorship under a Dharma agreement. So it depends on your circumstances, it depends on your occupation, and what you can apply for. So the best advice I can give you right now, book a consultation, give us all the information we need, and then I can tell you exactly what pathway options are going to be available to you.
Yes, guys. So we have currently 43 viewers out there. And to those who want to book a consultation with our agents, please visit our website. Have your one-on-one consultation with them to have a clarification, because everyone's case is different. So when you book a consultation with them, you will have you can share your own experience, background, and everything, so that he can advise you the proper advice that you needed. And yeah, visit our website. Okay, that's www.pathwaytous.com. Okay, so next proceed with the question. So Amraj, I'm near completing my healthcare certificate and wish to pursue further studies in Australia and possibly looking for a job. My wife is halfway in her early childcare diploma as well. We are interested in Dhamma regions. Thank you. So this is Dhamma. Okay, connected to what you were saying a while ago, Grant. Have the floor.
Look, thank you. And Amraj, thank you for your question. And what I love about this is probably your last little sentence there. We are interested in Dharma regions. Something that I said earlier, the more flexible you are, the more opportunity and the more options that are going to present themselves to you. So being somebody who is understanding of the Dharma, the various agreements and the regions that are available, means that you're going to have much more opportunity there. So looking at you specifically, completing a healthcare certificate, I'm not sure what level you're studying at the moment, but then looking to pursue further studies and possibly look for a job. Fantastic. As you're well aware, we have a full range of exceptional student agents who'll be able to help you with finding the right course for your further studies in Australia. So please do reach out and get in touch with our student team about a student consultation. That's very, very important as your first step. What I would recommend you also do is consider very carefully when your current visa expires, so that, if you are to enrol in further studies, that there's enough time for us to get all of that in place for you. Okay. We can then talk about that later thing about possibly looking for a job. It's all going to depend on what you're qualifying with and how that aligns to an occupation on various skilled occupations lists, okay? Because that's what is going to open up what visa options are available to you. But again, that's certainly something that we can discuss when the time comes in a consultation space. I noticed that you're also saying that your wife's halfway through her early childhood diploma as well. I mean, brilliant. You're going to become an exceptional candidate, because when it comes to points tested migration, you're going to be able to attract points for Australian study. You're going to be able to attract points for partner qualifications. I mean, overall, you're building a very, very, very strong profile. So, like I said, please keep an eye on when your current student visa expires. Reach out to our exceptional student visa agents who are going to be able to talk through options for further studies, and then they can also reach out and we can talk about what we need to do from the visa space for you.
Nice. Thank you so much, Grant. I wanted to, Carlo, is there any chance you can share with regards to healthcare further study as well?
Thanks, Evie. So, as Grant mentioned, we don't really know what program Raj is doing right now. So, I might speculate. Maybe it's a nursing program. So if it's a diploma of nursing, maybe you can articulate. You can proceed further to a bachelor's of nursing. That's a very good option because RNs are always in demand. But if it's an aging support, for example, you can then proceed to extend your visa to maybe a diploma of community services, or maybe an advanced diploma of community sector management. So those programs will further extend your student visa and give you more time to maybe explore other visa options in the Dharma regions. Your wife is also in a very good space in her early child care diploma. So maybe she want to do a graduate certificate in early childhood. So those are the things that you can explore in terms of education. And again, we don't have all your info, but from what we can see right now, you have a lot of options available for you. And
Yes.
yeah.
Yes, Amraj. Okay. Amraj, by the way, with student visa concerns, Pathway Us offer free consultation. So you can book a consultation with Pathway Us with regards to student visa. So feel free. All right, just visit our website, pathwayus.com, and book a consult. Okay, now I think we're running out of time because we only are live for only 1 hour, guys. And to those watching out there, you can use the link if you want to start your student visa journey so that our agents will contact you after this. You will be in line with them and then they will get in touch with you. So make sure to check your spam always. If you're very, very much interested in studying, starting your student visa, just feel free to fill up that link attached to this video, to this live stream, and then our agent will get in touch to you. With migration, guys, feel free to visit the website as well and book a migration consult with our agents. Okay. All right. I'm going to just check some questions here because by the way, guys, it's weekly that we have the multi streaming. So follow us, share our Facebook page, YouTube, LinkedIn, follow us here because we always promote our events. We also have our webinar, which is exclusive for student visa. So there you can check, we can share with you the expenses, the sample cost breakdown, the show money if your country needed to have like a show money, the requirements and things that you wanted to know about student visa. We have that webinar, guys, and you're gonna see Carlo again there. Okay. And guys, so with that webinar, it's free. You can just visit our website and it's on the right top corner, you're gonna see the events. And this event, guys, is weekly. So follow us to be stay tuned, okay? And now I'm checking the best comment that we can assist. Hopefully I can check. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. To those we didn't manage to answer your question, guys, feel free to book a consultation with our education agent because I'm seeing a lot of comments about education consult. And it's free, guys. So don't hesitate to book with us. Okay, I'm checking the best mm, comment here. Okay, this is one of, because a lot of Filipinos as well is very concerned about this. And this is the question. It's about accountants. I wanted Carlo to explain about the education or the courses with accountants, and then Grant will also talk about the accountant PR. PR journey. Okay, guys. So let's proceed. I'm gonna read it now. Is there still hope for accountants to come to Australia? 31 has 5 years experience in EU tax accounting. Okay, we're gonna talk about the accounting course first. Carlo, have the floor.
Okay, so let's talk about the accounting programs first, or the accounting and bookkeeping programs. So we do offer that package. It's a certificate and diploma of accounting. But with most of my students, I try to shy them away from the vocational space. Just because when you, let's say for example, you finish your certificate and your diploma of accounting, might be a challenge for you to get an occupation afterwards. Because remember, you are going to fight for an occupation with CPA grads or those who have done their accounting in Australia. So for you, I think Maria, we might want to explore the Masters of Accounting or maybe a Masters of Professional Accounting. So those two programs, they do have the CPA Australia accreditation, and we do have a lot of colleges or universities that are offering this program. So it's 2 years. I think the Masters of Professional Accounting is only for 18 months. I'm not so sure, but I always try and offer the 2 year program to give you the best qualification and also to give you a postgraduate visa for also 2 years. Okay. Um, so yeah, so there is hope for accountants. Do a master's.
Don't worry, guys. With Pathway to Us, feel free to book a consult with our agents, with educational agents, and then they can explain to you and also join our webinar so that you'll know the process of the student visa. And also, you can check because we always so since we have a lot of partners, college partners here in Australia, we got promotions, discounts, So please join our webinar so you'll know about that, and that's
Oh, and
exclusive.
really, oh,
Yeah.
sorry. So with those discounts,
Mhm.
there are a few number of schools who are offering a discount on the spot when you do an application for them. So it's around 10 to 20% of your total tuition.
Told you. That's why join our webinar or book a consult with our agents so you'll know about that. So yeah, guys, imagine we have 41 viewers. Like they're very, they're always there. They're very much interested in migrating in Australia. So now let's proceed with Grant. It's about the accounting thing.
Yeah, look, it's a good question, and I think Carlo has really given the great advice around looking at postgraduate qualification, because this is the simple fact. Yes, accountants are very much open for all visa categories, employer-sponsored, skilled independent, skilled state-sponsored, regional sponsored. Every single visa option exists for the occupation of accounting. However, as Carlo has very carefully said, it is highly competitive, and realistically, you're going to be competing against people that have studied in Australia, maybe done their bachelor degree in Australia, done a professional year, etc., inside Australia. So it is a highly competitive occupation. Anything that you can do to strengthen your case, you really need to do. And yeah, I fully endorse what Carlo said about considering a postgraduate level qualification to really bump up your points.
Nice. Thank you so much. So we managed to answer education and migration with regards to accountant, guys. That's why I always inviting you to join our multi-stream event, because you will really learn a lot, like because sometimes like you're wondering this and then you're also wondering this, so at the same time, and now you have your multi-stream, which you can learn a lot, like especially with the courses and then what's the pathway to PR and things like that. So guys, stay tuned, follow us, share our page, and also visit our TikTok, because our TikTok has a lot of views and a lot of tips and things like that. So thank you so much to those who watch our live, because we're now cutting the live, guys. It's already 1:04 here in Brisbane, and we extended the time. Actually, we only have 1 hour, but don't worry, we always have this multi-streaming, so please follow us and stay tuned. Okay, guys, want to say something? Thank you so much. What a wonderful. I'm so happy. Anything you want to tell, guys, with our viewers out there? I think you're muted, guys.
The only thing I'd say, like you've said, JV, the important thing is to know exactly what options are available to you and what you need to do. So jump on the Pathway to Oz website, book in for your consultation, review our online footage. All of those things are designed to help you get the best possible outcome for yourself. Please reach out.
Paolo?
And if you're looking for in Australia, the simple thing that I will always say to my students is better align your background towards your course.
Alignment.
Yeah, alignment. Alignment is key.
Yes. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much, Adrian, for having us today. Okay. Thank you, and see you again, guys.
Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone. See ya.